programs that you may hear about: Journeys, Let's Go Learn, Go Math, Swan. And then we also have supplemental materials. And we wanted to talk to you a little bit about how the structure is that we present these things. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hit record now. Oh, it's being recorded already. And I'm going to share my presentation. If you guys have any questions, please put it in the chat.
Buenos días a todos, bienvenidos. Me llamo Cristina Rossi, estoy aquí con Evelyn Díaz y Anita Rivera. Estamos aquí para presentarles programas de servicios de educación. Esta es una presentación para padres, el currículum que vamos a estar ofreciendo a los padres y a los estudiantes este año.
Okay, so we're going to do a little activity. We're going to look at our core materials that we use for English and math. We're going to look at how our schedule looks like, something that we use that teachers can determine their instruction on called the matrix. We're going to look at how we test our kids, what we do after we test, and our data reflections. We'll look at extra supplemental material we use to fill in gaps. And then we're going to just do a little survey at the end to ensure you guys found this beneficial today.
En nuestro calendario y agenda de hoy vamos a estar haciendo una actividad de calentamiento, materiales del plan de estudios, calendario, matriz, evaluaciones, reflexión de datos, materiales suplementarios y verificar la comprensión.
So what you can do right now is you can go to www.minty.com and put in the code, or you can use your phone and take a picture of the QR code to go to our website, minty.com, to take a survey that we're going to take right now.
Lo que pueden hacer en este momento para poder accesar al calentamiento, pueden poner www.menti.com y utilizar el código 2981239 o le pueden tomar una foto al código para que los lleve directamente al enlace.
So if you guys can get your phone now, take a picture of that.
Así que si pueden sacar sus teléfonos ahora y tomarle una foto a ello.
And it'll take you to something called one word to describe how you feel today.
Y los llevará a un calentamiento. Go ahead.
If you guys can just put in 1, 2, or 3 words of how you feel today.
Y los llevará a un calentamiento que les está pidiendo que solamente pongan una palabra que describe cómo se sienten ustedes hoy.
You might be worried because of COVID, stressed because of Christmas coming, excited to find out what we have to say today. What is it that you're feeling today?
Puede ser preocupación por COVID, estrés por las fiestas navideñas, o qué es lo que te abruma hoy en día.
Again, just go ahead and take a picture of this or go to www.minty.com and use the code. Anita and Evelyn, if you guys can do that too for me, please, so we have some input. So somebody put overwhelmed.
Alguien puso abrumado.
Christine, can I see the QR code again?
Mm-hmm. You can put 1, 2, or 3 things.
Pueden poner 1, 2 o 3 palabras para describirse cómo se sienten.
So somebody put hopeful, tired, overwhelmed, excited, exhausted.
Alguien puso con esperanzas, cansado, exhausto.
Okay, and then the next question is, we're going to do another one. Our next question is, if I was online and in my child's grade, I would be getting an A, barely be getting a C, for sure failing because I don't even know how to turn the computer on, or not really sure, just thankful I'm done with school. So check which one is your answer.
La próxima pregunta es, si yo estuviese en el grado de mi hijo, ¿estaría agarrando un 10? ¿Estaría apenas agarrando un 7? ¿O definitivamente estaría tronando, fallando la clase porque no sé cómo encender el ordenador? ¿O solamente estoy feliz de que ya he acabado con mi escuela? No.
So submit your answer. 2 people said they'd be getting an A.
2 personas dijeron que ellos agarrarían un 10.
An A plus, actually.
Un 10 más.
¿El código en dónde lo están compartiendo? Porque no salió. Nunca pude tomar la foto porque no salió.
Lo que pasó es que se cambió la imagen del código, pero si gusta yo le puedo dar el enlace para que pueda meterse.
Okay, puedes decir a nosotros ahorita que si usted estaba en escuela, ¿qué grado, en el grado de tu hijo o hija, qué grados vas a agarrar ahorita? ¿Una A, una C? No vas a pasar porque no puedes a poner la computer, o no sabes y nomás tienes gracias que ya acabaste con escuela.
Se agarraría una...
Okay, so these are tools that we use to kind of get feedback for kids. I personally am thankful that I'm done with school because I don't know if I could keep up with everything that the kids are doing.
Estas son herramientas que utilizamos para mantenernos al tanto con los estudiantes y yo la verdad estoy muy feliz de que haya terminado con la escuela porque ahorita en estas circunstancias la escuela a distancia es muy difícil.
Okay, so with that being said, Anita, go ahead and talk about the core curriculum.
Habiendo
Good
dicho
morning.
eso, Anita, ¿puedes compartir el currículum, por favor? Buenos días.
Thank you. Good morning. So our core curriculum consists of multiple programs, and they do come from a variety of companies. And within the next few slides, we're going to cover the curriculum used for English language arts and mathematics. And these programs are used from the very beginning levels of transitional kinder to 12th grade. And these programs include Big Day, Journeys, Study Sync, Swan Math, Go Math, and California Math.
Hoy vamos a estar hablando del currículo básico, vamos a estar hablando del gran día del jardín de niños kindergarten de transición, viajes, artes del idioma, inglés grados de K al quinto, sincronización de estudios, ELA grados de 6 a 12avo, matemáticas SWAN, matemáticas grado de K a 8º grado, vamos matemáticas de K a sexto grado y matemáticas California de grado 7º a 8º.
Okay, next slide, please.
El próximo dispositivo, por favor.
Okay, so we're going to discuss Big Day right now, and Big Day is a comprehensive curriculum that is formatted to build skills that are going to help our TK students to prepare for kindergarten. And the use of this program actually transitions very well into the use of our Journeys program that is usually used for grades kinder through 5th grade. And with this, they are going to be prepared to focus on 5 different areas. And these areas are, they're going to have a focus on foundational skills to help build literacy. They're also going to focus on routines. The third area of focus will be on differentiated instruction, the fourth area on content knowledge, and the fifth area on literature.
Ahora vamos a estar hablando sobre Gran Día, que inicia en kindergarten transicional, construyendo una base, grandes experiencias, conversación significativa, literatura, comprensivo, artes del lenguaje, escritura, matemáticas, juego extendido, unidades temáticas para construir conceptos, lenguaje y habilidades y camino a los viajes.
So this program does promote big experiences, and what that means to you is that your children will be engaged. They are going to be social, emotionally engaged, academically engaged, and physically engaged. They will be given opportunities to engage in meaningful conversations that will help with their oral language vocabulary. And then, as stated before, they are on the slide, they are going to be exposed to an abundance of literature. And this is going to help them not only with their comprehension, and this comprehensive program that includes all areas of curriculum, including writing, math, and language arts, and play.
El currículum comprensivo, que se enfoca en 5 áreas diferentes, promueve experiencias grandes y quiere decir que sus hijos van a estar más involucrados y les expondremos a literatura extensiva.
So the TK curriculum does allow for student engagement through 8 thematic units. And then once again, like I had mentioned before, it is a pathway to the Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Journeys program that is used for our elementary students, grades K through 5.
El currículum de TK tiene 8 unidades, las cuales son las unidades que hablamos o mencionamos previamente, que son temáticas para construir conceptos, lenguaje y habilidades. Y vamos a estar promoviendo también la asociación socioemocional en cuanto al aprendizaje a distancia también.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and go into Journeys now. So if you can change the slide, please.
One quick thing also, the Big Day program is a program that our ECE preschool also uses as well.
El programa de Gran Día también es un programa que es utilizado por nuestro departamento de EC, de niños con necesidades,
Next slide, please.
Próximo dispositivo, por favor.
So Journeys does focus on ELA and ELD curriculum and is used at all 12 of our elementary school sites, grades K through 5. It is a comprehensive program and focuses on the 4 domains of language arts, and those 4 domains are reading, writing, listening, and speaking.
Dominios, okay. Su viaje se enfoca en ELA y el currículum y se enfoca en los 4 dominios que son escritura. Sorry, can you repeat that?
Reading, writing, speaking, and listening.
Lectura, audición, el hablar y la literatura.
Yes. So these lessons are formatted to be able to allow teachers to scaffold for students and differentiate for them, so that teachers can provide coursework and instruction and support at every student's individual needs.
Estas lecciones son creadas para que los maestros puedan proveer trabajo a los estudiantes y se puedan asegurar de que cada estudiante tenga sus necesidades satisfechas dependiendo de las necesidades que ellos tienen.
And for our EL students, it's really important to understand that this program does have a complete and very thorough curriculum integrated. They have what is called an integrated curriculum to allow students to receive support from teachers to have access to content, and then the designated portion where teachers teach students of the same EL level in order to allow them to strengthen their language acquisition.
Para nuestros estudiantes le tienen que saber que tenemos un currículo muy integrado que está enfocado en brindarle la atención y ayuda necesaria a los estudiantes para que puedan adquirir un nuevo idioma eficientemente. Básicamente, tenemos contenido del trabajo del curso y les vamos a estar apoyando en la intervención.
So the state of California does mandate state testing with the highest stakes test completed at the end of the year, and that test is known as the SBAC assessment. And Journeys does provide a rigorous curriculum in order to support students to prepare them for that assessment.
El Estado de California pide que los estudiantes tomen un examen anual conocido como SBAC, y este programa que se llama Viajes se encarga de que todos los estudiantes estén recibiendo los recursos, las herramientas necesarias para que puedan estar preparados a la hora de tomar el examen.
And the resources for instruction for Journeys are both, you can find them formatted in two different ways, both in hard copy, where students do have their hardcover books and consumable workbooks, as well as in digital form. And right now with distance learning, you may find that your child is working through both formats. So they may be using workbooks as well as completing assignments online, because it is easy for teachers to use their platform to assign assignments, and also for students to turn them in that manner for them to be graded.
Los recursos que ofrece Viajes se pueden encontrar en diferentes formatos, ya sean físicos o digitales, porque es más fácil para los maestros el poder asignar asignaturas por medio de medios digitales y que los estudiantes puedan entregar las asignaturas digitalmente.
Okay, next slide, please.
Próximo dispositivo, por favor.
Thank you. So for upper grade, grades 6 through 12, they do use StudySync, and they focus, on the same 4 domains, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And with StudySync, this is a strictly online format. And so students, in order to access their content, will need to use the internet to access any reading and coursework.
Para grados más elevados utilizan estudios sincronizados, un programa que se llama Estudios Sincronizados, que estrictamente está en línea y otra vez se enfoca en la audición, la literatura y la comprensión de los estudiantes.
This program does also contain the same type of curriculum for ELD that follows the California ELD framework for our EL learners, both in integrated and designated.
Este programa también contiene el mismo currículum de ELD, que es un currículum que es ordenado por el Estado de California.
And students are also able to take assessments online based on the instruction given by their teachers through this platform. And then this platform is also, just like Journeys, it prepares students for the Smarter Balance assessment that they are going to take at the end of the school year.
Los estudiantes pueden tomar asesorías en línea basados en los recursos que se les ofrecen por medio de este programa y que les prepara para tomar el examen al final del año.
Okay, can we go ahead and to the next slide?
Próximo dispositivo, por favor.
Okay, so I went ahead and created one slide for Go Math and California Math, and Go Math is created for a K through 6 grade. It is their adopted curriculum, and California Math is the adopted curriculum for 7th and 8th grade. But I'm briefly going to go over both of these programs because I want to explain to you the one math program that all of our students K through 8th grade are using right now.
Me tomé la libertad de hacer un dispositivo para estos dos programas. Los dos programas son programas que se enfocan uno es de K al grado 6º y el otro es de 7º a 8º grado. El primero se llama Vamos Matemáticas y el segundo se llama Matemáticas California. Sin embargo, vamos a estar cubriendo toda la información de estos programas en este único dispositivo.
So both programs, they do have and follow Common Core state standards. And they both also provide practice for students to practice those standards through inquiry and problem solving and higher order thinking.
Ambos programas siguen los estándares estatales de California y proveen recursos para que los estudiantes puedan estar utilizando consumibles y estar llegando a los estándares estatales básicos comunes.
They both provide opportunities to differentiate instruction for students who have different needs. And then also with that, they do try to apply their items that students work on through real world concepts so that they can make a connection with what they're working on.
Proveen recursos para ofrecer instrucción individualizada dependiendo de cada estudiante y sus necesidades, y también conceptos y métodos que se usan en la vida de día a día.
And both of these programs, they are available in hard copy and consumable books, just the way ELA is provided. And they also have access digitally. So again, you may find that your child's teacher, has provided some work for your child to complete online.
Ambos programas y recursos están disponibles en formato de consumibles y digitales, así que puede que a veces vean que los maestros estén asignando asignaturas por medio de los consumibles o por medio de una plataforma digital.
Okay, next slide.
Próximo dispositivo, por favor.
Okay, so this is One Math, and this is the math program that I did want to spend a little bit more time on. So this was adopted last year, and it is a different resource for our teachers to use, but they can use this as well as Go Math and California Math. So it is offered in both consumable and digital formats, and they offer their lessons in both English and Spanish.
Este programa fue adoptado el año pasado y es otro recurso para nuestros maestros. Se ofrecen los recursos en vía digital o en forma de consumibles y es ofrecido en ambos idiomas, en inglés y en español.
So each grade has access to what we call back-to-basics facts, and what this does is to help students build foundational skills in addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division.
Can you repeat the first part because I could hear you but you were cutting off?
It's back to basic facts.
So, cada grado tiene acceso a algo que se llama vamos de regreso a las fundaciones o elementos, como por ejemplo ofrecen asesoría y recursos en base a la multiplicación, división, sumar, restar y todo eso.
Yes, and all lessons have a specific focus, either procedural or conceptual, and it is designed this way so that teachers can provide sufficient opportunity for students to learn how to work through a program, as well as understand and use their higher level thinking skills and understand what is happening as they work through that problem.
Todas las lecciones tienen un enfoque en procedimientos o conceptos conceptuales que les ayuda a entender a los estudiantes los conceptos y cómo es que llegaron a esa resolución.
So this company is one of the things that we really enjoy about them is that they're able to provide our teachers with professional development opportunities, and coaches are assigned to specific schools where they support those teachers. And the way that they do that is they will have meetings with teachers to not only model for them, to discuss how to implement lessons, but also after assessments are completed, they will have data reflection sessions to go over student data and to make adjustments to instructional practices based on their data.
Nos gusta que esta compañía ofrece talleres para nuestros maestros y normalmente van a ponerles el ejemplo respecto a cómo crear el currículum y tienen reflexión de datos al final de que ya hayan tomado los talleres y hayan creado sus currículums para los estudiantes.
Pacing guides are available for each of our grade levels, and those are formatted specifically for Linwood Unified based on our instructional calendar.
Se ofrece coplanificación y coenseñanza y guías de ritmo.
Their online assessments obviously are completed through their platform online, and they are upper grade, third and above are assessed on two different assessments. One is a multiple choice and the other is a performance task. And these online assessments, they mimic the SBAC that is asked of our students to complete at the end of the year. So this is a very good learning opportunity and practice in order to make sure that they are successful on that high stakes assessment
Este programa ofrece evaluaciones en línea, puntos de referencia de unidad y por trimestre. Las evaluaciones son de tercer grado para arriba y normalmente cuando se les ofrecen las evaluaciones, las preguntas son de respuestas múltiples y esto los prepara para el examen estandarizado que se llama SBAC.
And our kinder through second grade do have assessments as well. They are not located on their platform, but we do make those available. They are still written by the company in the form of what SBAC or what mirrors SBAC, but we create them on a different platform for them to assess.
Los estudiantes de kinder a segundo grado también se les ofrecen asesorías que son ofrecidas por el mismo programa, mas sin embargo son creadas en otra plataforma.
So that is, those are the programs that we use for ELA and math.
Esos son ambos programas que utilizamos para ELA y matemáticas.
Thank you, Anita. So next thing I want to talk about is the schedule. Right now with online, it looks like we're going to continue doing online for a little bit because of cases being so high. So I wanted to let parents know kind of how it should look like.
Queremos hablar del calendario y quiero dejarles saber que parece que por el incremento de casos de COVID vamos a seguir ofreciendo la instrucción en línea y quiero darles una idea de cómo es que se va a estar viendo el calendario de los estudiantes de ahora en adelante.
Every teacher has an office hour in the morning. This could be anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes where parents are invited to reach out to teachers if they're having any issues at this time. They are supposed to be on and available for parents and students.
Todos los maestros tienen horas de accesibilidad, que son horas de planificación, en donde se invita a los padres a comunicarse con los maestros en este momento, ya lo vean necesario.
Live instruction for elementary is 8:45 to 11, where they should be online at 8:45, no later, and having instruction time till 11:45. If your teachers are logging off prior to this, you need to let your principals know because this is a time of synchronous where they are online.
Todos los maestros tienen tiempo de instrucción en vivo para todos los estudiantes de primaria, empezando de 8:45 a 11:45. Si usted ve o nota que el maestro está saliendo antes de las 11:45, por favor hágale saber al director de la escuela para que puedan hablar de ese tema.
For secondary students, they get on at 8:30 and they go till 12:45. Monday, they have all 6 of their classes, and then they have 3 classes Tuesday through Friday.
El tiempo de instrucción en vivo para todos los estudiantes de secundaria es de 8:30 a 12:30.
Then every teacher has office hours. Elementary has office hours Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 12:30 to 3, where they need to make themselves available for parents, questions, or student support. If you feel that your student is falling behind, ask your teacher, can you please work with my kid during this time?
Todos los maestros tienen horarios de oficina, que son lunes, martes y los días son lunes, martes y miércoles. Horas de oficina para el apoyo de estudiantes y para padres para el nivel de primaria son de 12:30 a 3 de la tarde.
For secondary, they're available from 1:30 to 3:30 for parents and students that need support. On Mondays, they have their staff meetings, so they are not available on Mondays.
Hora de oficina para estudiantes y apoyo de padres para el nivel secundario empieza de la 1:30 a las 3 de la tarde. Lamentablemente los maestros no están disponibles los martes, más sin embargo, martes y miércoles sí están disponibles de esos horarios.
Again, please take advantage of these hours because they're there to serve you and your students.
Por favor, aprovechen estos horarios porque son para beneficiarlos a ustedes como padres y a sus estudiantes.
The next thing is the matrix. A matrix is what we follow. We have them in English, math, history, and science, and we're creating PE this year.
Lo próximo de lo que vamos a hablar va a ser el matriz. Los tenemos en ELA, matemáticas, historia, ciencias, y estamos creando uno para educación física.
They look like this. So you follow 5 standards that we try to teach to mastery, and then we take the assessment on it. Then for the next period, we follow another 5 standards, take an assessment.
Así es como se ven. Normalmente hay 25 en cada materia dividida en 5 unidades, 5 estándares y unidad.
So it's kind of the pacing of what we follow and what all teachers at every grade level should be teaching in English and in math.
Más o menos es el ritmo al que nos movemos normalmente y es lo que deberían de estar enseñando los maestros en tanto a matemáticas y literatura.
After we teach, we do common assessments. We have 5 in English and 3 in math this year.
Después de dar instrucción, tenemos 3 asesorías. Did you say 5 assessments?
In English and 3 in math.
Tenemos 5 asesorías, 3 en inglés y 2 en matemáticas.
And every student takes these assessments in the district.
Y cada estudiante que forma parte del distrito toma estas asesorías.
They took their English one in October. They're getting ready to take their English one, their second one in January.
Tomaron su primera asesoría de inglés en octubre y se están alistando para tomar su segunda asesoría de inglés en enero.
And they're currently taking their first math one right now.
Y actualmente están tomando su primera asesoría de matemáticas.
Another assessment we do in the district for kindergarten, end of kindergarten to 8th grade is called Adam Dora, and Evelyn will go into this in a bit.
Otra asesoría que hacemos en el distrito de kinder a octavo es Adam y Dora, y es algo en lo que vamos a estar hablando un poco más.
These assessments are all to help prepare our kids for the SBAC, what we do. We are going to still continue to take the SBAC this year, but it will be a modified version online.
Estas asesorías están disponibles para ayudarles a los estudiantes a poder tomar y prepararlos para el SBAC. Mas, sin embargo, aunque este año van a seguir tomando el SBAC, se van a hacer un par de modificaciones por el hecho de que estamos en COVID y la instrucción y todo lo que se hace es digital.
After we're done with the assessments, we do something called data reflections.
Después de las evaluaciones, hacemos algo que se llama reflexión de datos.
And that's where we look at what students are doing well, what they're struggling in.
Identificamos el éxito y las lagunas en la evaluación.
We look at our subgroups, such as our English learners, our African American, our students with disability, our foster kids.
Observamos grupos de estudiantes como estudiantes de inglés, estudiantes que no tienen hogar, estudiantes que tienen necesidades especiales.
And we look at possible challenges on the next assessment and how we're going to teach the students those challenging test items, as well as we agree on what we're going to do for the next 5 weeks to help support student learning.
Analizamos las evaluaciones de la siguiente unidad e identificamos los posibles desafíos y discutimos enseñanzas o las estrategias que vamos a estar utilizando para ayudarles en la próxima asesoría.
As parents, you can ask for these assessment data results at any time.
Como padres, ustedes tienen derecho a pedir la información de estas asesorías en el tiempo o en el día que ustedes quieran.
Christine, there's a raised hand by Miss Jessica Guevara. I'm not sure whether she still has a question.
Okay, can you read it? Because I can't see the chat.
She actually just has her hand raised. There's no question in the chat, but not sure. Ms.
You-
Guevara, Jessica Guevara, ¿aún tiene una pregunta?
Yes, I have a question on the Let's Go Learn. When they started the pandemic back in March, I know that you guys had it offered to everyone in the district. I try to do it with my little one, and it tells me that it's not accessible to him. Is there a change why that happened?
What grade is she in?
He's in first grade.
So they were having some issues, but that should now be available to her. If she's still having an issue, we can go ahead and reach out to you and we can help support you with that.
Yeah.
Evelyn, will you take her information so we can get a hold of her? Para los padres, si están teniendo un problema con el programa que se llama Let's Go Learn, por favor, nomás hace email a nosotros y vamos a poner... What? Puedes poner tu nombre en el chat y nosotros podemos ayudar ustedes. If you're having a hard time with, or your student with Let's Go Learn, please just email us. I'll put our email in the chat, and we can go ahead and help support you with that, because there was some issues at the beginning of the year, but they should be fixed by now. Anita, can you put our email in the chat for us?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Evelyn.
Okay. So good morning. I'm going to go over Let's Go Learn, which is an online assessment tool that teachers use. It's primarily for first through middle school for the first year, the first 2 assessments, and then kindergarten takes it at the end of the school year.
Buenos días, vamos a estar hablando de Vamos a Aprender Edge.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the students take DORA, which is Diagnostic Online Reading Assessment, at the beginning, and after they take the Adam and Dora, which is the math one, then they get assessed and they get put into EDGE, where they get to take individualized instruction based on the level that they placed on the Adam and Dora.
Los estudiantes toman Adán y Dora y después los ponen en Edge, que es instrucción individualizada dependiendo de cómo han sacado las calificaciones los estudiantes respecto a estos exámenes.
Yes. The students will be taking the next assessment in January for Adam and Dora, so they can see how well they've improved.
Los estudiantes estarán tomando su próxima asesoría en enero para ver más o menos cómo es que han avanzado.
Next slide.
Próximo dispositivo, por favor.
The next one is Next Gen Math. Is another online tool that teachers use for
La
math.
próxima es Matemáticas de Próxima Generación, que es un recurso que utilizan los maestros.
Yes, this one is designed to research. It's research-based, and it helps the students practice with their standards, their math standards.
Básicamente proporciona recursos básicos comunes y limitados diseñados para preparar a los estudiantes para el dominio y la aplicación del mundo real de los estándares matemáticos.
Yes, it also offers activities for them to practice the standards that the teachers are teaching. It also offers fluency practice for them as well.
Proporciona actividades de comprensión conceptual y practica la fluidez procedimental. Perdón.
Next slide.
Próximo dispositivo, por favor.
The next one is Newsela, which is articles. Is primarily used by teachers for ELA. This offers them opportunities, your students opportunities to read about world news.
El próximo recurso se llama Newsela. Es una herramienta de contenido instructivo que permite a los maestros encontrar artículos con los niveles de lectura apropiados para sus estudiantes del 3er a 12º grado.
Yeah, it offers questions and writing up activities for the students after they read an article that the teacher has posted for them.
Presenta artículos con preguntas e indicaciones de escritura que se alinean con los estándares básicos comunes.
The teachers are able to use different reading levels for your student.
Los
Based on
textos,
your level, sorry.
it's okay, I'm sorry. Los textos se pueden diferenciar en 5 niveles de lectura diferentes.
The articles are real world articles, so we can offer them, perspectives on what's going on in the world right now.
Y los artículos atraen a los alumnos con miles de textos del mundo real que presentan diversas perspectivas con las que los alumnos pueden identificarse.
Next slide.
Próximo dispositivo.
Now, Bookflix is a new tool that is being offered for preschool to 2nd grade students. It's an animated classic storybooks, so it offers also the fiction and nonfiction pairing of text.
Tenemos este otro recurso que se llama LibroFlix. Libros de cuentos clásicos animados que presentan a los niños desde preescolar hasta el 2º grado a una biblioteca en línea con una variedad de libros para elegir.
Yes. Students are able to use, after they read the paired text, they get activities to target comprehension.
Después de leer una lectura por parejas, los estudiantes podrán realizar actividades que se centren en la comprensión de una manera divertida.
Okay. Next slide.
Próximo dispositivo, por favor.
And then the last one that we have is Math Shelf, and this one is basically for preschool to kindergarten classes that it's being, it targets math for the students.
El próximo recurso del cual estaremos hablando se llama Estante de Matemáticas. Estante de Matemáticas es un programa de tableta para clases de preescolar y jardín de infantes.
Yeah, it offers them early instruction for the students to get to practice math in a fun way.
Es un núcleo común alineado que le ofrece a los estudiantes instrucción de nivel para que cada estudiante pueda aprender matemáticas dependiendo de lo que necesitan ellos. Manera divertida para que los alumnos puedan aprender matemáticas. Perdón.
Yes. Math Shelf is the students take a test at the beginning, and then there is just like Adam, they are placed on based on their level of fluency of their test.
Los estudiantes, una vez inician este recurso, toman un examen al inicio y después se les reevalúa otra vez para poderlos asesorar mejor y ponerles en el grado o nivel en el que tiene que estar.
Yes. And it's that's it.
Y eso sería todo.
There was a parent that put in information, so we'll reach out to them. Can I just get what school Steve's child is at?
Sí, por favor, ¿puedes especificar en qué escuela está tu estudiante para poderte ayudar?
Ms. Elizondo, no sé si escucha la pregunta.
Sí, sí.
Ms. Elizondo, solamente le pregunta que si puede, por favor, identificar de en qué escuela está su estudiante para que el equipo pueda ayudarle con alguna de las preguntas.
César Chávez, grado 8.
Okay.
Gracias, Ms. Elizondo.
Yeah, so los niños de grado 8 solo dos años antes cuando estaban en elementary, pero nosotros, how do you say extend in Spanish? Yeah, to extend it up to 7th and 8th grade. Extendimos hasta 7 y 8 grado este año. So es la primera vez que nosotros tenemos la Adam and Dora y Let's Go Learn at middle school. So puedo ayudar a ustedes. Nosotros podemos hablar más tarde después de esta cita para ayudarles. ¿Tiene preguntas? Does anybody have any questions about any of the programs we discussed and went over today?
¿Tienen preguntas respecto a los programas y recursos que les hemos presentado hoy en día?
Yes, I have a question. For Bookflix and the Math Show,
Yes.
what is the email and the username and passwords that they will be using for that?
Okay, so the book Flick is just the school, and then the password is Flick. Anybody really has access to it. It's primarily for the lower grades, but it's just the school name for the user, and then Flick is the password, F-L-I-K. Anita, is that right?
F-L-I-X, I believe. Flix.
Let me look it up.
It's all lowercase.
But you can look through, you can also find that through Clever. You can log on through Clever. So let me see here, so it'll be, the username is lowercase, whatever the school is. So if you're Abbott, A-B-B-O-T-T, and then the password is lowercase F-L-I-X. So whatever school. So what school is your child at?
Limburg.
So it'll be Limburg, L-U-S-D is the password, all lowercase, and then the password is Flick. And you know what? We'll make sure that we share this out with our elementary teachers to post that in their classrooms, their Google Classrooms.
Básicamente, Ms. Arostegui solamente le estaba respondiendo a una mamá que preguntó cómo podía acceder a los recursos Math Shelf y Bookflix. Y le dejó saber que para acceder a Bookflix solamente tienes que ir a la página o puedes encontrar el enlace por medio de la plataforma digital Clever. Cuando llegues a la página, solamente pon el nombre de tu escuela, todo en minúscula, perdón. Al final le pones LUSD y la contraseña para entrar sería FLX, que sería la segunda palabra de la palabra conjunta. Booklet.
We also have a generic one for the district. It's LUSD for the username and the password is LUSD. So if you can't remember that, just use the generic district one.
¿Lo pueden escribir en el chat, por favor?
Sí.
Yeah, I'm writing it right now.
Thank you, Anita. Y para Math Shelf, for Math Shelf, we still haven't got this up and running because it's only tablet based. And so we're hoping to get the tablets out before Christmas. We're working on getting cases, but if we don't get cases before Christmas, we'll get this out in January. So it's a program that's coming to the ECE and TK, and then if it goes well, we're extended to kindergarten.
Y para el programa Estante de Matemáticas, no lo hemos hecho disponible porque solamente está por medio de tabletas y en forma digital, mas sin embargo tenemos planeado que podamos distribuir tabletas antes del descanso navideño, y si no es antes del descanso navideño, será en enero.
Does anybody have any other questions about the curriculum? And some, maybe now you guys feel a little more comfortable when you hear certain words or the teachers asking kids to bring out or get into a certain program?
¿Tienen algún tipo de preguntas respecto a los recursos que les hemos ofrecido o de lo que hemos hablado?
Besides from New CLA, any fourth grade extra curriculum that the district is providing for those students?
Yes, we have a list of resources that we gave to the teachers that they can access that are free. We can go ahead and email you, Jessica. If you can put the chat, your email in the chat, we can go ahead and send you that as well. And then we just also got from Teacher Creative Material, kind of like a library, almost like Newsella, but it doesn't have current articles. You can just look up by content author or genre. And so that will give you access to as well and give you the password for that.
Thank you.
Señora Guevara estaba preguntando que si había otros recursos extracurriculares que se ofrecen a los estudiantes de cuarto grado y cómo era que podía acceder a esos recursos.
¿Qué te dijo Mr. Soto?
Fourth grade. Okay, fourth and first. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody else need any help with anything?
¿Necesitan ayuda con algo?
No. Okay, Anita has a survey we actually would like for you guys to take. Anita, do you want to?
Yes, so I've placed the link to the survey in the chat. If you would take a few moments to please complete that. There is no identifying information collected from you. So it is completely anonymous, and we just want to know if this information was beneficial to you, if there's anything else that you would like for us to cover, perhaps in a future meeting. And also, if you can just tell us what school your child attends or children attend and the grade levels that they're in.
Anita tiene una encuesta que le gustaría que ustedes tomasen. El enlace de la encuesta se ha hecho disponible en la caja del chat. No se utiliza información identificante, como por ejemplo que sea información que los identifique específicamente a ustedes. Solamente queremos saber en qué grado está su estudiante, en qué escuela está, y queremos saber si la información que les hemos brindado hoy ha sido útil.
So it's in the chat right here. Just click on it and I'll take you to the survey. If you could please put your kids, what school your kids attend, what grade, and then if you found this information helpful or not, yes or no. If not, why? And then if there's anything else you would like to have us present.
Básicamente especifiquen el grado de su estudiante, la escuela a la que asisten. Déjenos saber si la información que les hemos presentado les ha sido útil. Si ha sido útil, digan que sí, y si no ha sido útil, especifíquenos por qué no les ha sido útil. Y también déjenos saber qué otro tipo de área o información le gustaría que le hiciesen disponible.
So that's in the chat right here.
Eso, la información y el enlace está en la caja del chat.
Okay, Jasmine, I think that's all we have today.
Bueno, Jazmín, creo que esto finaliza nuestra